In general, a visionary mission is made up of the goals necessary to achieve success, along with the relevant planning and resource management. A visionary mission truly starts by having a conceived vision. Leadership always revolves around a vision. I think a good quote is the very essence of leadership is that you have a vision and clearly and forcefully articulate on every occasion. That is by Theodore Hesburgh, the president of Notre Dame University. Without a vision, leaders will falter because they can't clearly articulate what we're doing or why we're doing. The mission aspect by itself is composed of how the vision will be reached and made a reality. The mission can and should be implemented further by carefully constructing a mission statement for associates to interpret. During the course of a task or project, the visionary mission must always be considered when making decisions, because even with a mission statement, it is possible to stray from the course. That is why leadership is so important.
As a leader, you have to know how to give power to other members of your team. This not only empowers your team members and influences them to work harder, achieving the ultimate goal, but it also eases up some of the tasks and responsibilities that a leader may have. If you pass on your power to other members of your team to influence positive results. Don't hoard power, instead give power away carefully. A leader with only one influence style is like a painter with only one color. As a leader, your style becomes predictable, uninspiring, and ineffective. If you lead by one style, then your team members are going to know your workflow. They're going to know how you lead. Very few people have real power. Power is within one person's self. You give yourself power. If we hold any power at all, it's all sort of self-empowerment, like I said, which is control of our reactions to the power exercised by others to impress upon their will, and either with the soft touch or a hard fist. All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind wake in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act out their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This is from the 7 Pillars of Wisdom. And the last topic that I want to go over is make a co-leader. You need someone to back you up. You need assistance as a leader to help you motivate others. Once you identify who the co-leader should be, you must extend your influencing carefully. You cannot dictate everything that they do and everything that your team members do. Give them some power, give them some space to actually become future leaders. First, you must provide assistance to your assistant. If you move too quickly to power, it'll look as if you're trying to force others to bend to your will, and you can risk losing everything.
Decision making is crucial. Everyday people and businesses make decisions that can lead to success or failure. Some decisions are simple, fun, and ethical, while other decisions are complex, life-threatening, unethical situations. Good decisions have positive and predictive results and increase followership. The leader's confidence and decision-making abilities may also rise with each successful decision. The original followers will become more confident in the leadership ability of a leader with each decisive decision that the leader makes. A good leader will also accept responsibility for a bad decision. Ethical decisions are fair to the majority of people most of the time. A leader that does not make decisive decisions tends to make one bad decision after another. Bad decisions can damage reputations and wreak havoc. A leader that goes back and forth on a decision risks losing their current level of followers. This indecision causes a loss of confidence, time, and money. Indecisiveness is not a quality of strong leaders. Strong leaders realize that decision-making allows them to execute their authority and initiate change. If a leader makes a good decision in a prompt fashion and it has positive results, then the leader will probably gain new followers. Decision-making models are an order of steps that a decision-maker can go through to make more decisive decisions. This process makes decision-making more streamlined, less confusing, and faster. Decision-making tips are ways that an individual can improve their decision-making ability. Some of them are having a tranquil place with no pressure. Decisions should not be made in haste. Focusing and meditation are other ways to make decisive decisions.
Effective communication. Communication with coworkers is very important. It is the basis for completing goals. It is very important for communication to share like ideas. Leaders take chances on communication. Importance of communication leads to shared responsibility, and shared communication equals to great benefits to the leader. Talk to each other. Reliable communication wins, never loses. Create a positive relationship. Communicate through paper. Communicate through voice. Communicate through body language. Know when to agree and disagree. Goals and followers. Great teams communicate towards goals. Investors look towards short-term goals. Investors also look towards long-term goals. Followers listen to mature leaders. Childish leaders do not get far with followers. Followers could leave a company.
Another factor that falls under the leadership strategic model is the mutual reward theory. The mutual reward theory is having the ability to enhance relationships based on a balance of rewards for all the people involved. It's a relationship between two people or groups is improved or enhanced when there is a satisfactory exchange of rewards between them. The mutual reward theory requires a leader to have the ability to empower followers, because employees cannot be forced into becoming followers. They do so voluntarily. Employees must develop trust and a strong belief with their leader that life at the workplace will be better as a follower than an employee in order for the mutual reward theory to be successful. The mutual reward theory is psychological and intangible. Therefore, the rewards are fitting for the empowered followers. Again, the rewards are psychological. Different people look for different rewards. For example, followers need to feel that they can trust their leader. In addition, honesty and reliability are an essence for a leader in order to make the conversion much more simpler for the employees. Decisiveness in a leader is also critical. For others, rewards can be a vision that often carries over into the follower's lifestyle in the workplace and a boost of self-esteem. The mutual reward theory is and cannot be irreplaceable foundation of the leadership formula. The rewards are more appropriate by the empowered followers. Some examples of rewards that are given by the leaders can be anywhere from the ability to have a decision-making power and more responsibility and less supervision for them. However, the best award that can be given to the followers is good leadership.
A positive force, also referred to as an attitude, is defined as the ability to motivate and stimulate others to take action. A good leader must have a positive attitude towards the project he and his followers are working on, and towards being part of that group. If a leader has a positive attitude, he will inspire his followers to have the same attitude, and it will help create synergy in the group. When everyone is motivated to achieve a common goal, the end product will be at its highest quality. Positive forces maximize each of the other elements in the leadership formula to their full potential. Positive forces also create synergy. It starts with a positive expectation, and it builds momentum from the positive forces from the other group members. Positive forces also includes avoiding negativity. Negative forces will decrease the motivation, so a leader must find ways to avoid negative forces, re-energize the group's motivation, and keep a positive attitude at all times. When facing a negative force, it is important for a leader to turn those negative forces into positive. Learn from your mistakes and carry on. Move on. Keep a positive attitude. Good communication is essential for a good leader to have and a group to have. Good communication opens time for a leader to share positive forces and stay connected to the group, no matter if it's small and they meet face to face, or if it's a large group which they have to meet electronically.
Quality is the totality of features and characteristics of a product or service that bears on its ability to satisfy given needs. Quality is a strategic process specific to tangible products, services, and time-based circumstances. Companies that are fully engaged in quality achieve a competitive advantage. These competitive advantages come in multiple forms. One is low cost, which is when the firm gains leadership position in the market by having high productivity and high capacity utilization. Another form is differentiation. This is when the firm's products or service is unique in its industry and is highly valued by its customers. Companies that do this can charge more for their products or services. The next one is people. Companies that foster an excellent work environment enable their employees to genuinely enjoy working there. Statistical tools that are used to measure quality include flowcharts, histograms, Pareto diagrams, and cause and effect diagrams. The measurability of these tools can be categorized into two different types of data. Attribute data, which is characterized by either two choices, on, off, yes, no, good or bad, or variable data, which is characterized by being able to take measurement from a number line.
Leadership theories represent systematic, organized knowledge to explain the nature and effectiveness of leadership. This allows for the interpretation of a leader's actions. Leadership researchers did not abandon the focus on individual aspects of the leader, but shifted their inquiry away from personality toward behavior. Early researchers, such as Thomas Carlyle, who introduced the great man theory of leadership, based their studies on already great leaders such as Winston Churchill. Carlyle suggested that leaders are born, not made, and will arise when there exists a great need. Similarly, trait leadership theories assume that people inherit certain qualities, key to leadership. On the other hand, behavioral leadership theories are founded on the belief that great leaders are made, not born. Contingency and situational theories focus on particular environment variables and qualities of followers, which allow leaders to determine which particular style of leadership best suits the situation. Other leadership theories, such as participative and transactional, suggest that ideal leadership style focuses on the role of supervision, group performance, input of followers, and group contributions for leaders to consider prior to decision-making. Goldratt's theory of constraints describes a management philosophy that focuses on a continuous improvement process by using a systems approach. Overall, the body of knowledge about leadership, historical and modern-day theoretical concepts are highly applicable in current organizations. The intent is to apply theory to connect leadership effectiveness to results and goals.